We're working the power of the alignment today. So grab your band and let's get started. To get more out of this challenge, you need to get the Ultimate Pilates Planner. It has everything you need to work from the inside out. So you're going to really work on the mind part of the mind-body connection. You're going to have trackers to keep you consistent and accountable. And my favorite part of this all is you're going to have bonus workouts. So if you don't have time for 20 minutes, you get these quick little 8 to 10 minute workouts to really fit into your day. You're going to get an email in your inbox every day with a journal prompt plus the link to the workout of that day and maybe some other little goodies for me to keep you inspired and accountable. So head over to balancetothecore.com/transformin4. This whole week is about alignment, and we're really trying to just feel the muscles and how they connect and how they create our posture, and diving into our center, really feeling good with our movement. This is really great for people that need to get a little jump start into working out again, or starting a Pilates practice, or those that have been doing it for a while and want to really fine tune the basics. This is really great for that as well. So we're not pushing ourselves and straining ourselves into these movements. This is kind movement. It's gentle, but intense at times, right? So you're working hard because you have the power of the mind and body working together. So go ahead, grab your band, and we're going to lie down on our back. So it's day 3. How's your body feeling when you go down on the mat? Are you feeling muscles that maybe you haven't felt before? My goal is to help you start to wake up some muscles that maybe haven't been working because of just our modern lifestyle of being hunched over pretty much. A lot of these muscles don't work until we mentally connect with them. So finding your place on the mat here, closing your eyes for a moment and taking some cleansing breaths. In through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Feeling the pelvis expand and widen, as well as get heavy, like it's anchoring into the earth. And your shoulder blades help widen the chest and upper back as they sort of melt into your mat. Your waistband pulls into your spine without jamming the back in. It's just pulling into the spine as you maintain your natural posture. And then taking your arms just down by your sides. I want you to just pull on an inhale, sort of pull your pelvis towards your belly button. And then exhale, release it. Again, inhale, using the muscles from your waistband, pulling the pelvis towards you and letting it go back to that flat shape. And one more time, we tilt it towards you. And we keep it right back to that flat pelvis. Keeping that space, we're going to take one leg up, bring it down, switch, other leg. And then just really maintaining the upper body posture. Press the arms, the upper arms and the palms down into the mat. And feel the upper back. Yes, it's anchored into the mat, but it's also wide. So what does that feel like as you're marching? Pressing the upper back into the mat. When I do that, my shoulders come forward. You want to try to keep the upper back in the mat and open the upper arms into the mat. So it widens it. We're not compressing. It's like this openness to the anchor. And your ribs are knitting inward. Your pelvis is flattening and anchoring. Not by jamming the spine in the mat, right? Just keeping that flat pelvis. Lift one leg, keep it there. And then really maintaining that posture. Take an inhale. Exhale, draw your belly inward and really feel the float of that leg back up as you maintain the connection in your center. And then just hold that as you tap. And tap. And tap. and tap. One more each side. And then just bring those legs back down. We're going to grab our band and we're going to hold our band just a little bit wider than your shoulders and grab the band so your thumbs and fingers are sort of on the same side. You can also take the thumb and then reach the fingers up. So whichever sort of feels better in your grip, it allows you to keep a nice long wrist. All right, so I want you to pull the shoulders onto your back so you can feel the upper back widen, the chest widen. And then just pull that band apart slightly. And I want you to feel the muscles from your back working and then release. Pull. And if you pull without kind of using your mind-body connection, you're going to probably pull from your hands, right? I want you to really pull from your back muscles. And again, we're not straining that, so we're changing the shape of our spine. You're just pulling and maintaining that wide chest and wide upper back. And it's about engaging the muscles, not compressing anything, tensing anything. Okay, so now we kind of woke up those muscles. Now gently pull just to keep that band taut. And I want you to start to reach the arms back behind you and notice as they go back and you're gently pulling that band apart, you're going to feel your upper back muscles engage, which then tells you I got to engage my belly more too. So get those 2 points working evenly with each other and then bring the arms back up. And we reach back, just feeling the connections of those two areas in your body, because as we get more advanced, we need to be supported from all of these areas that don't actually work unless we mentally connect. Funny how it all works. Like, it's easy to sit here arm back and forth, right? That's where it's choreography. That's where it's movement. At Balance the Core, we do not work that way. It's simple movement, but when you are connected, right, there is a lot going on. So if someone were to walk in the room, they're going to be like, yeah, you're not doing anything, but you are feeling everything. Okay, so now we've got that. So now I want you to take your legs ready for a little hip roll. And it's going to be tough because we're not going to have our arms down on our floor to help us. So I want you to just roll the hips up and kind of shoot those hips through your knees and rest on your mid back. All right, so there's no tension in your neck. And then feel your chest widen as you gently pull that band apart a little bit. And then start to stretch those arms back behind you and keep the engagement of the back and belly. And then you're going to start to roll down through the spine. And it's going to make you work a little bit more through the spine with your arms back there. And then bring the arms back up. Again, roll the spine and reach to your knees. Really rest on that upper mid back so there's no tension in your neck. Look straight up to the sky. And we reach back. As you reach back, can you reach your tailbone further away from you? Feel that opposition of the knees reaching forward as you keep your waistband in. And then we roll down through the spine, feeling that stretch through that upper back as well. And then bring it back to center one more time. Roll it up. You're going to feel the work being done in that mid back area, upper back area. Gentle pull, stretch, and roll it down. Good. Stretching your legs and flexing your feet. I want you to lift those arms up to the ceiling, pulling that band apart. You're going to lift into a chest curl. And as you chest curl, you're pulling that band apart from your back. And notice that pull apart from your back can help you lift maybe a little higher. And then bring it back. And again, we start to lift. We curl the chin to the chest, pull that band apart as you just lift. We're not rolling the shoulders forward. You're keeping that chest wide. This time, I want you to come up. You're going to pull that band apart. And now you're at like a sticky point here where it's really hard to come through. And lots of times what I see is we try to reach with our arms and our shoulders. But trying to keep the pull of that band apart from your back, keeping that back and chest wide, can you come up a little further? And then keep it wide and a little further, but pull your waistband in, right? We don't pull in straight in the back. We keep that pull, but the belly in. Pull band in, waistband in, waistband in, as you dive your body over your thighs. And then we roll it back, heels stay down. You're reaching through your arches. Feel your arches reach and the heels anchor. And then gently pull that band apart at that hard point. And right before you think you're going to flop, I want you to stay, keep those heels anchored, and lift your body from there. Pull the waistband back, pull the band apart, and dive your body over. Notice how engaged the back is. The back just keeping your arms strong and long. The back is the foundation of those arms. Hold right there. Pull the waistband as you pull that band apart from your back. Feel your back and belly work in balance with one another. As you dive, lift your body over those kind of points coming out of your thighs. We don't want them to touch, those points to touch our chest. And then one more time. Pull. And then pull and dive. Over, 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 over. And then we roll ourselves up. Awesome job. All right, let's do our leg circle. So now we're going to find our posture here. All right, and I want you to really concentrate on your posture as you take the band into your right foot. Hug it so it's got nice and wide, and then pull your elbows down so you can really concentrate on your posture here. So elbows press, upper arms press to keep that chest wide, and then get everything heavy, especially that heart. Stretch the other leg long, heel and thigh down as you gently push through the ball of your foot here. All right, we're just gonna flex at the foot and press. Reach the ball of the foot towards your ankle, push the ball of the foot away. Push it towards you and away one more time, and then get it away and hold there. We're gonna cross the midline of our body, wrap it around and bring it back to center. Cross over, down, around, and center, and just maintain your posture of your upper body. Pelvis is anchored, upper arms are anchored, ribs are anchored, heel to hip of that opposite side is anchored. And now we're going to go the other way. Get it nice and wide and just really focus on your posture. We're doing 5 each way. Good, and then just kind of slide your hands down and give yourself a little stretch of that leg, and we're going to switch sides. All right, so find where you need to choke up as you lower your elbows and upper arms, pushing through your heel and arch. Stretch your opposite leg long, heel to hip, and then just point and flex. I like to think I'm pushing the ball of the foot away. I pull it towards my ankle. Press and pull. Feel it all the way up to your seat and hamstring. And then push away, cross over, down, out, back to center. Heel anchored, hip anchored of the leg that's down. Elbows and upper arms are anchored. Upper back, ribs, back of your pelvis is wide and anchored. And then we go the other way. So that's why I talk a lot about the details, because now when we start to add more bigger movement, you keep going back to your basics of pelvis, back, belly. Great. Slide it and get a little stretch here. Good. And then just bring both legs in, bend the knees in, and we're going to anchor those elbows. Lift up your head, neck, and shoulders into that ab curl. And I want you to push your legs out. As you push your legs out, pull your upper abs back. You feel that opposition? So I'm pulling my waistband back, my upper abs back as I shoot my legs forward, and then bend it in. And push, and pull, and push, and pull. Keep that chest wide, upper back wide. You got 3 more. You're not going with it, right? And your chest isn't lowering. You're staying exactly where you are. 2 more. 2, 1, and hug it on in. Excellent job. All right. Let's do our little twist, right? Hands behind the head. Lift up. We're masters at this now. Cross elbow, not elbow, armpit to knee. Anchor that bottom leg and come to center. Lift up, twist, twist, twist. All right, you got 2 more each side. Really plant that opposite foot. Twist, twist, twist. Up, twist, twist, twist. 1 more each side. Twist, twist, twist. 1 more. Yeah. And we come on up. Awesome job. All right, we have spine stretch forward. So we're going to take the band in our hands again. All right. And when you hold it, again, just a smidge wider than your shoulders, you're anchoring the heels and finding it all the way through the hips. So I want you to feel how the arms on your back help your posture. All right. Too often we're working our arms from our joints, so we don't get into those delicious muscles to help our posture. So we're always here, shoulders rolled forward, right? Where they're off our back. And that's kind of like how we live our life. And then we grow into that shape. But let's get our upper back strong. Okay. And that's going to be our posture work. So you're going to pull that band apart from your back muscles and then release. Pull from the back, release. You're not pulling from the wrist either. I see that a lot, where you pull and bend the wrist. Nice, long, strong wrist. Push through the knuckles and then pull. Do you feel that strength in your back? Okay. Hold it slightly apart. You're not overdoing it, just enough to engage the muscles. And then we're going to start to lift those arms up to the sky. As they lift to the sky, draw your waistband in more. Yeah, and then lower down. All right, so I'm anchoring my heels. I'm anchoring my hips and butt bones. As they anchor, my arms reach up. I lift out of the crown of the head, but that belly stays engaged and the bottom half stays anchored. Good. Keep going. And inhale it up and down. 2 more. Feel how when you work that arm reach from your back, it helps lift you out of your waist. 1 more time. Good. And then lower it to shoulder level and just dive your body over. Hollow out the chest. Roll it up. Reach those arms. Find your length. Take them down to shoulder. Dive and reach. Come up and lift. 1 more time. And dive. And up. And lift. Ooh, awesome job. Shake that out. Good job. Okay, we're going to turn to our stomach. Okay, I think we're at 15 minutes. Sorry if I go above. I really forget to look at the clock before I do this, and I should really learn to look at it. Okay, spin your inner thighs up. Reach long through your tailbone. All right, and then pull your waistband in as you lift your chest. And we're reaching our chest forward, and as you reach the chest forward, I want you to reach through the tailbone more. Anchor the feet more. Reach those legs more. Good. Inhale. I also like to kind of gently pull my hands towards me so I can shoot my chest forward more. And if that goes into the low back, you're reaching through your tail more. So it becomes the whole body is working. Every part of your body has a role, and their role is super important. There's no muscle that doesn't have a role. 2 more. And when you feel like something's not working, like sometimes you'll notice, oh my gosh, my legs are just hanging out. You have to intentionally put your attention there. And that's what I mean about working with intention. So plant those feet, reach the tail, pull the belly in, and then shoot that chest forward and lower down. And that's where it feels good, right? You're working, but you feel good because there's no strain going on. Everything's working together in like a chorus. Okay, so now we're going to take the arms behind or take the band behind our back. And then just kind of hold the band anywhere that's comfortable, that you can kind of just rest the band on your butt. All right. So hover your nose above your mat, anchor your feet, and reach your tailbone long. As you do that, you're going to lift your arms. You're going to pull that band apart, and you're not breaking at the wrists at all. You're pushing through the knuckles, strong wrists. Pull the band from your back as you lift up. And then that lift of the arms is going to help lift your chest. Feet anchor. Reach through the tail, stretch and pull, 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 and roll it down. Again, feel how that pull of the band lifts the arms. They help lift your body because they're attached. Tuck your tail, anchor your feet, and push through the chest, and maybe you can get more lift of the arms. Good, they work together. And pull and lift, lift, lift. Try not to let those feet lift. Really anchor and reach them long. Focus on those arms pulling up to the ceiling. One more time. Inhale it up. Tuck that tail. Pull your belly in. It all supports. Excellent job. Sit back. Get a little stretch here. Yes, I love it. Good. And roll it on up. All right. Again, think on timing wise. Let's just go back to our mermaid legs. So we'll do our side bending. See how we do. Okay. Hopefully it's getting easier to be in this position as you sit up tall. And again, you can find a position that works for you to do your side bends. It's all about just kind of really finding your spine. All right, we're going to lift and we're going to teeter-totter over. Come to center, teeter-totter over. Come to center and then teeter-totter over. Find your hand and then find that arm on your back, right? And as you do that, you're just feeling that engagement of all those muscles. Turn your palm, reach it over and look down. Come on up, other side. Plant the arm, feel that arm on your back, right? It should be easier now because we woke up all those muscles. Turn the palm and bend as you dive and reach. You can even let it go and reach and reach and reach. Just feel that wonderful stretch of the spine. And we can go back and forth and make it maybe a little bit more fluid and powerful. See the power you have in your arms when they're on your back? That's the power of your posture. It's pretty cool. Good, and lift. See how they just reach from your back? Ah, yes. Other side. I love this type of work. When you get through the details, you can celebrate all of those little wins because you actually feel the wins. Lift. Teeter-totter. You're awesome. Isn't it fun when you feel it and you get it? And if you're not getting it yet, that's no worries. Hold. Keep practicing. Consistency, patience. I got to tell you, I didn't feel my arm back connection my first 5 years of doing Pilates. Isn't that funny? But no one really taught me it. I never really, I like to learn the details, as you can tell. I like to teach it too. And it wasn't until I had this teacher who really made me feel it. And I had this aha moment. And I'm like, holy cow, this has literally changed my practice. And that one little change changed it. And it made it so fun. And that's where Pilates is just like a lifelong practice because you're always going to learn something new. And then you get to practice that. And then it's like so fun. So it never gets boring. You're always learning about your body and your body's always changing. Always changing. And come up. And then just swing that leg around and sit up tall. How's your posture? How do you feel? Can you see how the arms on your back, right, with your posture, and then the waistband in, how just those 2 points, the back, so I got my back and my front, and they work in balance with one another. They work together. And the arms that we just worked, the arms are attached to your back, and your back has muscles that wrap around your waist and come inward, right? So the back and the belly are actually attached and wrapped. So you have your front muscles and then they come back and they wrap around the back. So it's kind of cool. So it's kind of like this corset that wraps around you. The problem is so many of us just focus on the front of our body. We focus on just let's do ab crunches, right? I did that forever. Like my core work was ab crunches and how many can I get in and how many can I get in a minute and make it burn, right? That's one movement of your abs. Your abs do so much more, which I talked about in day 1 and 2. They help lift your spine tall. They help bend your spine from side to side. They help turn your spine. They help extend your spine. So when you're doing all those motions, it's not just the abs, right? You've got your back involved. You've got all the muscles around your spinal column. You've got all these muscles. And then if you're working your back, you have arms that are attached to the back. You have legs that are attached to that low back and the abs. So it's the whole body. So when you work your core, not just your abs, you got to work everything. And it's like right here is like the center of where everything attaches. So that's what we work in Pilates. And hopefully you're having little ahas. And those little ahas are wins. And those wins are going to send like dopamine to your brain. You're going to feel good and you're going to want to get back on your mat. We don't want to get back on our mat when we feel bad about ourselves because we can't do something. I don't care about not being able to do something. I want you to feel it. I want you to try to feel those connections. And don't worry if there's an exercise you can't do or doesn't feel right. Feel the muscles that we're working. That's what's important. Do what you can do and celebrate that. And that's what we do because Pilates is awesome. And so are you. Okay? Remember that. All right. Make sure you download that printable planner if you have not yet, because you'll get your daily workouts in your inbox if you aren't already. All right. Thanks for being here. I'll see you next time on the mat. Take care.